Well, the Clean Lakes Alliance's 9th annual Mendota Freeze Contest began this week. Anyone can take a shot at guessing the official ice date for Lake Mendota.
The Mendota Freeze Contest calls attention to the year-round importance of our lakes to our local quality of life. Adam Sodersten from the Clean Lakes Alliance joins us today. Hi, Adam. Welcome back to Live at 4.
Hey, good to see you guys again, or sort of see you again.
Good. Good to see you as well. So this is fun, but when we're trying to guess, we're not guessing like when we can just walk on the ice, right? It's when the lake completely freezes over. So what's the criteria to determine that?
And the interesting thing about Lake Mendota is it's an odd-shaped lake, so you can't quite see the whole thing. So the Wisconsin State Climatology Office, which has been making the call for over, I think, 160 years at this point, they drive around and they have these point-to-point references. And we talk about this all the time, but it's still really fun. They use old-school references like, can you row a boat from Picnic Point to Maple Bluff to deliver a case of beer? These are these like weird things they use. And if you can't, the ice is on. If you can, then the ice is off. And so we don't make the call. We listen to the Wisconsin State Climatology Office, and we're just kind of hosting the contest. But it's exciting. I mean, people love talking about the ice.
So when did the lake freeze last year, Adam? And does that kind of provide any clues for us?
You know, you would think maybe, but gosh, each year just seems so different. So last year it didn't freeze until January 12th. Median freeze date is December 20th, and that's, gosh, a couple weeks away. And I would bet we're probably not going to make that because we have had such a warm streak of weather here. You know, the things to really for people who want to kind of hedge their bet is, you know, look for the temperature to be kind of at freezing or below freezing in the day and at night. And then if you have a chance, go down to the lake. And when you see that steam rising off the lake, that means that it's just losing that heat so fast. And usually when we see that, that means we're getting closer to at least forming ice on part of the lake.
Oh, that's a really good tip. I mean, here we are December 3rd and all of the lakes are wide open. Has there ever, I've always wondered this, has there ever been a year the lake did not freeze?
Since they've been keeping records since the mid-1800s, there has never been a year where Lake Mendota didn't freeze, at least for a short period of time. The shortest it's ever froze over was 21 days. But it's always froze over for at least some period of time. There's been a couple years, 2 years ago was, for instance, I think 7 times in its history, it's froze, opened completely, and then froze again. And so that doesn't happen that often, but it does happen. So we could have a real cold snap and a warm snap and a cold snap again.
We really learned, I think, this year, a lot of people, what a resource our lakes are during the pandemic. When we got to, a lot of people really like, oh my gosh, we've got these beautiful lakes. We can social distance from each other and still use them. And this is all fun, this contest, but what does it reveal about the health of our lakes right now?
Well, you know, I think it's a great point is that we have these huge natural resources in Greater Madison. And to your point, Eric, so many more of us have realized what a resource they are as we've all had to stay closer to home. You know, the parks have been a great place to get away. The path around Lake Mendota, there's parks on Kaganza and Wabisa, Winger. It's all great. And I think what it's showing is when they freeze, they really become our largest parks. And so, you know, people can snowshoe, they can walk on it, they can hike on it, they can just take maybe an interesting walk along and actually touch Maple Bluff, which maybe a lot of people haven't done. And so I think that as we continue to try to socially distance these huge urban parks we're going to have, hopefully, you know, in a few weeks or a month, are just a great asset to our community.
Good stuff. Adam, thank you. Always good to see you, man. Happy holidays.
Same to you guys.
Thank you, Adam. Thank you so much for your time. And if you'd like to enter a guess in the Mendota Freeze Contest, visit mendotafreeze.org. All of the entries will automatically be entered to win a $1,000 gift card from Land's End.